We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the London Black Knights and the San Francisco 49ers.
All day, baby, all day. Ready, ready. 10-2 stop. Oh, you got deep? Kill. Go.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Looking to throw. Lockhart. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Topper!
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Right there, 56. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Under 10, 10. Shoot. Tight dog.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, Zoo. 56. Mott's 56. All day. Zoo.
Operating from the gun. Lockhart going up top. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
He's checking.
On 4th down, Lockhart. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
You're not ready. You're not. Hey, Delta. 51 the mic. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Look, squeeze. Check 49. Check 49.
2nd and 6. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Deuce, 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 deuce.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Cut. 180. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That 2nd down play nets a -4. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd, gone. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
6-6, pull it high.
Throwing on 1st down. Lockhart nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And the ball is knocked out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Mike 56, Mike 56. I'm coming. Mike 56. Mike's 56.
Now.
To throw on 3rd down. Lockhart completes it to the tight end, Kittle. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it.
Check 31. Check 31.
Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
He may try and run for this. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the others?
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of the game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 37-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Shell. Check. Lucky. Topper.
Now Drake. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
20. Quit talking about it and bring it. Yeah, we're close. Hey, Wahoo. 58, Mike. Ricky.
From the gun, here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
And what with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
61, matchbox lights. 5.
Off the play fake. Lockhart. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Ready.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Watch the pass. Hey, seam 6. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check it out.
To throw on 2nd down. Lockhart. He finds Corey Davis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
You go tight. You got tight. Hey, Haywood. Go.
On 1st and 10, Lockhart. He completes this to Sutton. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Hey, Charlie. Undercoach. Let's go.
From the gun, Lockhart. Dancing to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Hey, Tiger, Tiger. Watch the screen. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
Let's get off the field.
Goff on first down. Looking long for Thomas. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Watch the eye.
Get it.
They run with Breida. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
64, weak.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Second and 5. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Ready? 10-2 stop.
Mike's forward. Hit. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Hey, echo.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Bring it.
5.
On first down, Lockhart. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Hey, watch it. Watch it.
Topper.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Ready?
On the handoff, this is Breida. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
That's good for a 49er first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Let's go. 22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber.
Target. Mike 56. Mike 56. I'm coming after you. Mike 56. Mike's 56. Army.
Throwing on first down. Lockhart. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Keep playing hard.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. Now Drake loses the football, and this is going to be 49er football. They came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
We own them. 56 to Mike.
Hey, Orbit.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Mike 57.
Following the fumble recovery. Gone. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
61, matchbox lights.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
X3, 218, chop it.
Now a give to Breida. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return. Going.
Here we go.
First down and
Here we go.
at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
At the 23-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the slants. Watch the slants. Hard ball. Hard ball. Buzz.
I got you, son. At 58 is the most.
Now gone. Going deep this time for Miller. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. 56, the mark, boys. 56. Check, 56. Here we go. 56. Mike, 56.
Hey, kill.
56.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
DC.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Louis. Hey, Zoo.
Mike, 56. Hey, let's get that ball, man.
2nd and 5 now. Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
Go now. 15.
The Niners take over the first down.
Blue draw Porker.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's Breida. And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
And the 49er, first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
General West. Snap.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Mike, 51. Watch the run. Here we go. Tight right. 4 down. Slant.
6-6. Pull it high. 2.
They'll try to run with Breida. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal.
Hey, switch gears.
80 weapon.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
Hit it.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one?
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta. Watch the safety creep.
Mike, 56, right there, right there.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And it's caught. Touchdown. Michael Thomas hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are able to cut into that lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Out of the gun. Goff. Forced out to his left. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a 1-score game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
On the ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Ready.
Off play action. Lockhart. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Slam. Kill.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Go. Check safety.
Big trip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
Hey, high 7.
Play 56.
On 1st and 10, Lockhart. That'll be complete to Breida. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Check the backer, check the backer. Joker, 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 joker. Wide, get wide.
Now it's Breida, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
70, Indy. You draw quarter.
Watch the pass. Hatchet.
Get it.
They run again with Breida, and he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Exit.
Here's Goff. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's Goff. He finds Coleman. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Breida. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done, really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the 49ers, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charlie.